when Gem and the Holograms started, it was almost a whole decade before I was even born. Even after the show ended, that's still 6 more years. I have no excuse to have seen all of Gem and the Holograms, but I have, because I watched it over a 2-year period. I watched it over a 2-year period, and it was weird. It was a weird show, and I like it. I like synth pop and stuff and pink, and it's almost like a Magic Girl anime, and it's cool. But freaking Gem. But I'm also watching it because it's so bad. It's so bad, it's good. It's got that so bad, it's good vibes to it. The whole reason I started watching, the first time I ever heard about Gem and really like anything about it was the Nostalgia Chick video on Gem and the Holograms. And when I watched it, it was just like, oh, that looks weird, whatever. But then I kind of had more motivation to watch it when I heard about the Gem and the Holograms movie. Of course, that movie has nothing to do with the show, so there was no point in me even watching the show for like context in the movie. And it sucked. That movie. No, there's no point in me dwelling on it. Everyone, even non-fans, basically summed up the whole things wrong with that movie. That was like pathetic. But with Gem, it's all about like the whole movie missed what was actually likable about Gem and the Holograms. Dude, it's an adventure show. It's basically an adventure show. It's like, you might be like, oh, it's just about like pop stars. Like, no, it's these like 2 bands who are going on wacky adventures every episode, and it's nuts. And they drag race. They get like, they drive in the Indy 500, volcanoes, bulldozers, wrecking balls, chaos. The show is like chaotic in the best way. And there is like the hilarious so bad it's good stuff, like the drug episode where one of the Starlight Girls who are like the orphans. Damn, I need to explain the plot of Gem. Whatever. Fucking girl gets technology from her dad, holographic technology. She uses it to keep her father's business, that's a music company, alive. And they have to go up against a jerk dude named Eric Raymond and his punk-ish band, the Misfits. Yeah, that's about it. Friggin' whatever. And they have like orphan girls living in their house called the Starlight Mansion, though that gets burnt down in the first 5 episodes. Yes, that happens. But they get a new house, it's okay. But then there's like a one-off character who never appears in the rest of the show. She starts living in the house and is like depressed and stuff because her parents are dead. And then she friggin' starts taking drugs, not a very non-specific drug. It looks like an antibiotic, basically. And she friggin' gets... There's this one scene where she's like on a swing set with her drug dealer who is a high school student. So they're high schoolers on a swing set, and he's pushing her, and she's like, wee, higher, higher. And then he's like, I got something to get you higher. And it's like, whoa! I love the show. It's immediately the best thing. And the animations, and the reason I stayed in my age at the beginning is because this show is terrifying how, like, the animation's just so janky and, like, stiff because these character designs are based on freaking dolls and they move like dolls and it's so weird and creepy. But there's like so much, like the imagery is interesting, but it's also like terrifying, and I couldn't even look at the show directly. I did not watch, and when I say I watched all Gem and Holograms, I mean I had it on in the background while I do stuff because I can't look at the show directly sometimes, especially in the beginning. But later on, I was able to look more at it, mostly because I just didn't want to do my work. There's so many attempts at murder in this show, it's amazing. So there's, like, the first episode on its own has, like, the part where, so the Misfits have their own little thug dude named Zipper, and he comes in to the Starlight house to just mess with them, just to startle them or whatever. And then he indirectly causes a fire, and and the whole house burns down. They're all homeless. It's funny. It's amazing. And that's just the first episode. And then next episode, the next day, this is just the next day. You already ruined their whole fucking day. You destroyed their house. And then because the most obvious shirt-off's gun in the world, the mansion that was offered for the Battle of the Bands, this guy just randomly comes in and he's like, hey, let me sweeten up this Battle of the Bands. I'm gonna offer my mansion. It's like, what they gonna do with the mansion? And it's like, oh, I see what they're gonna do with the mansion now. And friggin' so they go to him and it's like, yo, our house burnt down. Do you mind if we can stay in that mansion of yours until we find somewhere to live? You know, we got all these orphan girls. Orphans? And then the Misfits find out. They're like, whoa. Nobody can live in the fucking mansion. This is our house. No, we're gonna win it. You can't have it. I don't care if you're homeless. Indirectly because of us. Whatever. And then they're so upset that Eric sends Zipper again to put in a freaking bomb in the house to blow up the house that they wanted, which is weird. Also, another attempt at murder, okay. Oh, and also, again, in the same, I think same episode with the yacht, and then they destroy a yacht, I think. Wait, when was the car chase? They also left Jem and the Holograms off the edge of a car. Not the edge of a car, edge of a ledge on the edge of a cliff on a car. Left them for dead. It's just like, wow, you really don't care. And that continues to happen throughout the series. And that, I think the reason that kind of ridiculous stuff happens is because of Pizzaz. And Pizzaz is definitely the most interesting thing about the whole Jem and the Holograms series. She's the most important character. I'm saying it. This is a fact. Pizzaz, most important person ever. Because, everything about what's insane and melodramatic about the series is her. And her being crazy. Because she was born rich. She has the craziest case of affluenza ever. She was born spoiled with a silver spoon in her mouth. Her daddy gave her whatever she wanted, and she has no, respect for anyone else. She sees herself as the best and the only important person, and she probably found, the other Misfits girls, and they're like, okay, you guys are cool, you guys are metal, you guys are the best, I'm the best, and I choose who's the best with me, and you guys are the best. So you're the best guys, you cool. And then, because fucking Jem and the Holograms ruined their debut, the idea, instead of just doing good, just doing better and ignoring them, they fuck with them because this is how she solves her problems in life. She just wastes her time conspiring against people, which is hilarious and kind of sad when you think about it. And there was this nostalgia in the Nostalgia Chick review of Jem. She describes Pizzaz and the Misfits as they're the genuine hardworking band, while Jem and the Holograms are relying on technology, or the shiny pop group that rely on the power of computers and stuff. But then it's that's not as they're both in Pizzaz and Jerica are in very similar situations. Jerica, who's Jem, I don't know who this video's for. Sometimes, fucking Jem, who got her powers from her father, who's gotten her holographic technology from her dad, and takes that technology, takes that power, and uses it practically. They're both Jerica and Pizzaz are very privileged, but they it's how they use their power. Jerica, she takes that technology and builds on it and builds her business to support people and support other people because she got all this. She was given a chance to like make with her father's technology and with all the stuff that he left behind to like build a business and help other people. She like that's like basically a really good. I think there's a very good message in that, and like the fact that she takes what is given to her, but she like gives back to others in response, and that's kind of actually really sweet when I think about it. And not cheap. Like throughout the series, like she's constantly doing charity stuff, and it's like, oh, so cheesy, but it's like, I kind of get why she does it now. But Pizzaz is like born with all this stuff, and she doesn't use it to like promote the Misfits or just like improve the quality of their work or anything. She uses it to conspire and try to fuck over Jem and the Holograms. And because of that, that's why she's less successful. She could have used her powers for good. She could have used her powers to just instead of there's like an episode there's like a part where like Jem and the Holograms get a movie deal, and instead of just being like, oh hey, I have all this money, why don't I just like produce my own movie or whatever, or like no, instead she buys the company that is producing Jem and the Holograms movie just to fuck over Jem's movie, just to like make it a financial failure. She is like the destroyer of everything good in life. It's like, what the hell? Why don't you just do good? Why don't you just do something that will actually benefit you instead of like to the detriment of everyone else? This is like, if I'm going down, you're going down with me, damn it. It's like amazing. And like, oh man, the one I don't know whether to talk about my favorite episode or okay, you know what, my favorite episode, then like the key episode. The best episode is called The Fan, is in season 2, where Jerica no. There's like a fanboy who's like voiced by Rob Paulson, and he's like sending out like an ad in the newspaper, like asking for any like clues on who Jem is, and the Misfits see that as like, oh well, he has money, so we could just figure it out with his money. We could just use his money to figure out who Jem is. So let's go. And it's like, go, and they make this elaborate, this terrifying, this legit horrific piece of work where they rebuild the whole Starlight Mansion. Like they build the whole Starlight Mansion. They get a bunch of actors to pretend to be Jem's friends and all that, who like look like the actors except for like who look like the like Jem and the Holograms, and not just Jem. No, just the Holograms, the Starlight Girls, Video, the character Video. How the hell did they even get an actor to play Video and like do perfect impressions of them and get them proper wigs and all that? And like every detail of the house, that is terrifying. And so they like escort her to the house, like, oh hey, yeah, Kimber sent you a limo. It's not Kimber, of course, it's the Misfits, so that she doesn't know where she's going, and that they send her to the house, to the fake Starlight house. And it's like there's a point. So she comes to the house, and it's this legit, like, everything seems normal except for everyone's treating her like Jem. Like Kimber, her sister, who already knows the secret, like is like for some reason pretending like she doesn't know who Jem is, who Jerica is. And it's like, oh, happy birthday, Jem. And Jem's like, what? Wait, no, you know when my birthday is, Kimber. What the hell are you talking about? And then there's like, it's just the terrifying Video. That there's a character named Video, by the way. I know I already said her name, but like, Video makes a video. And by the way, they get actors to play younger versions of Jem. And it's like, Jerica is legit losing her shit right now in her head. Is like, what the fuck am I looking at? What is this footage? Who got? She's just like, wait, what? I'm Jem? I was born Jem? What? And like, she's very confused, and then like, and then she finds, and then like Rio, the guy, an actor playing Rio, was trying to like comfort Jem. Is like, oh, it's okay. Nobody knows your secret like I do. And fucking Jerica's like losing her shit in her head. Is like, because fucking Rio, oh man, the most hilarious fucked up thing about Gem and the Holograms as a show is like Rio's weird like angry attitude. He doesn't know the secret, and the reason why is that Jerica never got to like telling him, and she wanted to tell him, but then she couldn't, and then by at some point, like so many, like she waited so long that she's like paranoid that Rio's gonna be mad and hate her forever for not even telling him ahead of time, and she at this point, and she has all the right to be like terrified of him because he gets so mad in like episodes, random episodes, like this episode where Kimber was like sort of dating two guys, but she wasn't cheating on them. She was just like sort of like developing a relationship, but she happened to be like developing feelings for both guys at the same time. She doesn't mean to. She didn't mean to like technically cheat on two guys. But then when Rio finds out, he is just like pissed off at her, and it's just like, how could you do that to a guy, to two guys? Never mind the fact that he technically mixed out with Jem and is still dating Jerica. Never mind that in his own head, he's technically cheating on Jerica with Jem, but forget that. And the idea that like Jerica just like starting to realize that Rio might know her secret, and she's like terrified. Mostly because it seems like she's scared that he's gonna beat her or something. Holy shit. That's so fucked. But whatever. It's just like her terrified. And then like the one point, oh man, it's such a good episode. The one point where she finds out, or she kind of, not finds out, she's like, she almost reveals her secret, and it's like, but then like, just as she's about to say it, an actor who is playing Jerica comes in, and she's like, okay, everyone's a fake. Y'all fake. I'm out. This is like fake bullshit. I'm getting out of here. I'm like, she even and then like at one point she walks into a wall, which is kind of weird, but it's like legit kind of like a psychological thriller this episode. And the one point where like, they put her in, like, they make, when she passes out, they put her in a fake hospital room with, like, and all the hologram girls are, like, pretending to be, yeah, there were some actors who were pretending to be us, and they abducted you, man. But you're here in the hospital. And then fucking the actual holograms come in and like, no, they're the fakes. It's like, no, they're the fakes. It's just like, what the fuck? It's amazing. But, okay, now we gotta talk about the key moment that, wait, no. But the fact that the Misfits thought to do that was insane. It was freaking insane. But whatever. Key moment. There's this episode, where it's like a new artist award or something. Wait. Oh yeah, the two-parter called the Music Awards. Okay, so the Misfits and the Holograms are fighting, pretty much competing for the New Artist Award. And at the end of the episode, doesn't really matter. The whole episode doesn't really matter. Jem and the Holograms decide to do a charity concert the same night as the award show, so they're just like, fuck it, forget it, nah, we don't care. And they go off and do that, but still, the Misfits tried to sabotage the concert, the charity concert, and they attempt to sabotage it, but they're also still, like, going to the award show, and they win the award, and then, like, Pizzaz is like, ha, I got the award, this awesome trophy, yeah, let me go rub it in Jem and the Hologram's face. at their failed charity concert. They tried to mess up a charity concert, by the way. And then it's like, they go to it, they win the best musical group, and she wanted to gloat, and that's all she wanted to do. And then, like, she goes to like rub it in their face, and she sees that the concert went fine, they fixed it, and they're just performing. She got what she wanted, she got the reward, but she didn't get that satisfaction of seeing Jem broken or something. And she's so shocked that she drops her award. She just like smashes it. And it's like, whoa. It's like, you're a psychopath. Pizzaz is not well in the head. She is nuts. She is insane. And I love it. I love that she just like wants Jem to be miserable. She doesn't like simply want to be the best. She wants everyone way below her, but she doesn't like make herself the best through just hard work or just like making her work better, making her art better, just better promoting herself instead of just like fucking everyone else over. The only reason nobody likes the Misfits is that like they're like a bunch of heels. They're like a bunch of wrestling villains. She slams down. Damn it. She freaking. There's like in the first few episodes, like Jem and the Holograms are like being interviewed on TV, and like the Misfits crash it because they're like, hey, why don't you interview us? And then the TV host lady is just like, well, I was going to do it. I was gonna interview you, but then you crashed this one, and you like mess with us, and you mess with my set and stuff. Get out of here. Go away. You're not cool. Get out. Basically everyone in Jem and the Holograms everyone in the show tends to support Jem and the Holograms only out of spite of freaking the Misfits, because the Misfits are that annoying. It's just like, Pizzaz is just such a psycho. I love her. She's great. She's the best character ever. I have nothing else to say other than Kesha would have made a great Pizzaz. Actually, wait, no, she was, but like, if the movie was about Pizzaz, about Kesha playing Pizzaz, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect. And they didn't do that for some reason. And it's like, it is dumb. Though now I'm starting to realize like why people put such a huge emphasis on the fact that Jerica is a business woman, because a lot of like the way Jerica takes advantage of the holographic technology is very responsible and like business savvy. There's an episode where she's freaking out about taxes. She is inherently a business woman type of person, and she uses technology to like build her business and promote charity, because she was given like charity. The generosity of her father helped her build her business, and she wants to help other people. That's kind of like the beauty of Jerica and Jem and the Holograms and all that stuff. But then Pizzaz has no business savvy and just messes up, has no sense of responsibility. Oh man, did I bring up that episode? Oh man, I forgot. The Wrecking Ball episode. The fact that Pizzaz in one episode, she didn't even know Jem and the Holograms were in this apartment building that Eric was planning on like destroying to like so that they can build a factory that can make more records. And when Pizzaz hears, oh, means more records, that means more Misfits records. So that means more of my album, right? Okay, cool. And then she just goes right at it. And Eric's like, wait, no, stop. You gotta stop. There's still people in the building. We're not destroying it yet. And she just slams it in there. She just slams a wrecking ball into people's homes. It's just like amazing. She is nuts. She should be arrested, but of course she has money, so she's free from the law, I guess. They also left Kimber in a volcano. They left Kimber in a volcano for dead, and I can't even think of how many attempts at murder have been in the show. Oh my god. Jem and the Holograms is amazing, and horrible, and the best, and the worst. The song Nightmare is the best, though. Genuinely. I'm serious about that. I love that song. That song was first appeared in my favorite episode, The Fan. I have nothing else to say. I'm just repeating myself now.